What's going on, everybody? Frank here for the Bakersfield Gentleman with some great news to give to you guys. Our good buddy Hack over at Vintage Havana Lounge in Ridgecrest, California has come up with an amazing promotion idea to help us out and to help out Cigars for Warriors. So basically, if you guys have not yet become a supporter of the Bakersfield Gentleman, by starting May 1st through the rest of the month of May, he is going to match every donation made to Cigars for Warriors. So you sign up to become a supporter for $4.99 a month, he is going to give $4.99 to Cigars for Warriors. So you guys, if you want to help us out and help out Cigars for Warriors, make sure you guys hit that Become a Member link at the top of the page, or when you're commenting on our videos, hit that little teal shield with the heart. Thanks a lot, Hack, for helping us out with this. Hopefully this will help us out and help out Cigars for Warriors. Y'all have a great one. All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Second Third Podcast, our second live show that we do weekly. Welcome to everybody that's watching us live on Facebook and YouTube. And welcome to our guest, Billy and Gus. How are you guys doing?
Hey guys, how are you?
How are you guys? This is Gus as well. We're doing very, very well. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Excellent.
Thank you for having us. Hope everybody is healthy and safe.
Exactly.
And you guys too. And everybody's listening.
Well, I'm doing what the doctor said. I'm smoking one Viva La Vida a day to keep Corona away. For everybody that does not know, Artisan del Tabacco is your company, and you guys make with AJ Fernandez the Viva La Vida, which is for people that don't know, it has quickly become one of my favorite cigars. I've always been a longtime fan of the Oliva Serie Milanio. That's the cigar that when I started smoking just took my breath away. It's been my favorite cigar for so long, and through Luxury Cigar Club, so thank you, Luxury guys. When they introduced me to your cigar, I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's a cool band, you know? All right, let me try this guy out. And there has not been a cigar since that has hit me the way that cigar's hit me. I mean, I have on the back of my phone, I have our sticker, and I have your band.
Wow, that's amazing, man.
This is beautiful. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
We are honored, man. We're honored. And grateful.
So yeah, everybody in the comments, how you guys doing? Samuel, Hack, Cam, John, everybody else that I miss. I'm sorry, Zuzu, Brian, Richard, Dennis, how you guys all doing?
We're doing very well, well. And thank all those guys for us from here. Thank you.
Will do. You know, it was a struggle to talk to Michelle about getting Viva La Vida in California. You know, space is super limited because of all the regulations and the taxes that we have here. So every square inch of shelf space is super coveted. And there have only been 3 cigars that I have begged him to bring in since we started smoking cigars. One was the Atabay, which when that first came out, I was a big fan of, you know. He brought that in and it did really well. Another one I won't talk about because it didn't do as well. And he almost didn't listen to me on this last one, which was your guys' cigar. Now he's put that in 3 of his shops, and they've all done phenomenally well. What can you guys tell us? What do you guys think it is about this cigar that's just so fantastic and has captured the hearts of so many cigar smokers?
You know something? I want to thank Cigars and More for giving us the opportunity and share his humidor with our cigars. We are grateful for that. We are grateful for him, for all the brick and mortar cigar shops that they do the same thing. We are a huge supporter of brick and mortar. And when we hear clients and friends and people that you just met, that they fell in love with the cigar and they go to their cigar lounge, to the owner of that lounge, and they ask them to carry it, that's a big honor to us that what we are doing is the right blend, the right tobacco, and the right relationship. So thank you also for both of you for introducing this cigar to Cigars and More, and to everybody in California and worldwide, because you'll show everybody watches.
Exactly. And also one thing, which is a very simple thing, that you asked the question, what makes this brand the way it is? It's the honesty and the truth of us with the product and with everybody else. So we keep it as simple. There is no hidden agendas. It is a cigar. It's made out of pure tobacco, and that's what it is. And the passion and the love we have toward what we do is out there, and everybody could see it. That's my answer to you, brother. And thank you for having us as well.
Oh, it is our pleasure. Yeah, you guys. I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm overselling it, but to anybody who has not yet tried the cigar, I mean, they must be under a rock, because this thing is everywhere. Everybody has tried it. I know we do a taster. We're at the club right now. It's a private club. You know, we have the members. Everybody pays their dues to belong. We have our lockers, our liquor cabinet, our fridge, all that. And once a month, of course, the last few months are an exception, a different member will put on an event. And last year we featured this cigar, and we gave it to 30 people. 30 people fell in love, and it is just awesome to be able to bring a new cigar to them. You know, there's a lot of veteran smokers here that have been smoking a lot longer than we have been smoking. And for me to hand them a cigar and say, here, give this a try, and they go, wow, this is fantastic. What is it? That's a treat for me to be able to show them something new, something great.
Wow, that's 100%. That's 100%, brother. This is beautiful. You know, when I hear like things like this, it makes me feel so good about what we're doing, and that shows us that we doing the right thing. And thanks everybody. We thank everybody who's smoking it, who loved it, and who shares those beautiful ideas and their experience with everybody. Thank you.
Exactly.
So we have Isaac in the comments. He's saying that the Viva La Vida is delicious. Kevin saying, hey, Billy and Gus. Tim also saying, hey, Billy and Gus. Let's see, who else do we have there?
Isaac, Kevin, thank you, guys. Also, hello from us here.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for tuning in and sharing your Thursday with us. It's a pleasure. I mean, going back to the Viva La Vida line, it started back in 2012, as everybody knows.
Billy, can we get you to get a little closer to the mic, because we're having a little trouble hearing you?
Oh, now can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Okay. So, Viva La Vida started in 2012, and it started when we were first introduced to AJ Fernandez cigars. They came to our store and they introduced the San Lotano. So we smoked it, we fell in love with it. It was something brand new, flavors, blends, tobacco. And we knew right away that this is the guy who's gonna make our cigar. It's called Viva La Vida. So to make the story short, we came back to him in 2015, trying to finalize the blend, the tobacco that we selected. And he told us, from what we are describing to him, the tobacco is not ready yet, right? So 2018, he called us and he said the tobacco is ready, which is, we were looking for a dark Habano oily leaf that has a like a chocolate and espresso and roasted almond to it, right?
Yeah.
You have the same flavor, right?
Oh yeah.
So so AJ came and we did it, and we tested for 6 days. We tested different sizes, what works, what doesn't work, and until we settled on the 54 ring gauge as the main core of the line.
You know, as well, let's add this thing. If someone who's listening and they don't know about like our previous business, we come from retail. We did retail for like 27 years. And the reason we're talking about the relationship with AJ, we carried his product in our like humidors, and we did a great support. We love the product, and this is a continuation of what happened back then. And today we have, everyone knows about the Viva La Vida and the stuff that we have.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Right here in the comments, John is saying Viva La Vida saves lives.
I think so.
Hack over
Thank you, guys.
Hack over in Ridgecrest is lighting up a Jester right now.
Great.
Which I've got one of those right here.
Yeah, this is it.
And
I already ate mine. Here it is. Yeah.
And our club president is saying he's a big fan of Viva La Vida. Yeah, I think you'd be hard pressed to find someone that did not have an enjoyable experience smoking the cigar. So you said the tobacco wasn't ready till 2018. What was that like? Just waiting, those years for it to be ready. I mean, what was going on in your head? Is it, like you guys get worried? Were you guys like, no, we don't understand. We gotta wait. We gotta wait. What was that like?
I mean, in 2015, me and Gus said, you know what? Maybe AJ is bluffing us. But you feel like because you are not there.
But we have to say this. At that time, what we did, we sold the business.
No, yeah. I'm coming to that
Yeah,
point, right?
okay, good.
So what happened is we told AJ that we're trying to do this cigar, and this is the tobacco we're looking for. So honestly, I swear to you, he took that tobacco and he aged it for a long time. And in 2015, we felt like the tobacco maybe is going to be ready. It's not. So we felt like
Well, maybe it's coming from the moon.
maybe it's not going to happen, right? So we called him and he said, "Trust me, guys, the tobacco is sitting and it needs more time."
True story.
At that time, we sold the stores, and 2015 we took like a year off.
Yeah, more than that.
And we were always in communication with him. We knew that the tobacco he's taking care of and the whole 9 yards. But in 2018, he said, "Guys, I bet you this is the right time for it. Let's do it." And maybe within a week, we were down there in Nicaragua working on fixing the shapes and the sizes and the
blends, the shades, exactly. Yeah. Like as Billy was saying, 2015, you could call it a leave of absence. We did is like, Casa de Monte Cristo, they acquired us and they bought the whole business, and then we traveled.
Wow.
And at the same time, we were involved in this, and then back and forth until the time was right. So, like you take it this way, we took that time. We weren't like worried about is this gonna happen or not. We took our time, and he did take his time, and he was so honest about it, and he told us exactly the tobacco is in safe place that you guys wanted, and it's been aging, and it's gonna be ready. And it's gonna be perfect, and you're gonna guys love it. And here it is.
And honestly, I swear to you, man, when we did the blend, when we approved the whole thing, right? He gave us the bundle.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, "This is my baby. Take care of it," right? He made you feel that he gave you the best cigar that he ever made.
The best of the best. That was the best of the best. Yeah.
And to us, it is one of the best, right? All his cigars are great, and they're the best. Whatever he put his hand on, he produces gold because how knowledgeable he is about tobacco.
Passionate as well.
Passionate, and he works from his heart. And,
now, when he tasted your cigar for the first time, and you guys had decided on everything, did he do that trick where he puts it in backwards? I've seen him do that.
With this one, it's one way to be smoked.
Okay. Because he tripped a lot of people out, because he had it on his Instagram story. He was smoking a cigar. He had an ash on it, and then he put it in his mouth backwards, and then pulled it out, and then let go of some smoke. And that blew my mind. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's methods that he used to test the flavors from the front. There is a way to do that. That's true. Oh yeah, that is true.
That is very, very interesting.
But
not today.
Yeah. Come to show you something. That when he did the cigar, he fell in love with it 100%. And the tobacco that he was aging for us, he wanted also to make a cigar based on that. But when we met you guys in Vegas, he approached us and he said, "I've been waiting to create a blend like Viva La Vida because there is something missing in my portfolio, and Viva La Vida fits perfect in it, and I want to distribute it if it is okay." and we said 100%. So that's how the whole thing started between us and them distributing the line. It comes to show you that he doesn't care if another company has that line. He viewed that blend that he created as equal as his own.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, it could be to me, to Espinosa, to
Any company that
Monte
he blends
Cristo,
for, he does the
for any
same.
company.
Let me add this one. We asked about the way he smoked it, right? The way he put it in his mouth, and that's true. That's a true story. Now, it happened to me once, not because I was trying to see. I was drunk, and I didn't know like the front from the back. So by mistake, I put the cigar.
And he didn't smoke for like a week.
That's a true story as well.
Nice. Nice.
Oh man, that's awesome. That is awesome. So yeah, you're absolutely right. AJ is blended with just about anybody and everybody in the industry. I was blown away when he made the Monte Cristo by AJ Fernandez, the Romeo by AJ Fernandez, the H. Upman. Those are all great. And when I first heard about your cigar again through Luxury, I had called Chris because I talked to Chris a lot, and I asked him about this. He's like, oh yeah, I'll tell you whatever you want to know. And Chris has been a huge supporter for you guys. We got with Luxury before they even went live with their boxes, and I've been talking to Chris, finding out all the odds and ends, and we've been big supporters of them ever since. So when you guys came out with the Lancero, tell us about that.
Yes. So, Luxury Cigar Club, we thank them for their friendship first, and for their business also. They do business in such an honest way that it reminds us of us when we started and how we are progressing. And we see them as taking the same road like us. Same thing with you guys. And that's why when you have a tight relationship with a group of individuals that they are interested in the same business like yours, it's because you guys have the same mentality and the same business fundamentals, that they are similar, right? So when Luxury Cigar Club started doing Viva La Vida and their monthly boxes, they fell in love with it, as you said, and also his clients. Like
Billy, I'm sorry, real quick. They're still saying they can barely hear you. Is there any way you can get closer to the mic? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, now can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so with Luxury Cigar Club, because of the clients, of their clients, loved Viva La Vida, and also they loved Viva La Vida, and they knew how passionate we are regarding the tobacco and how passionate we are to support the brick and mortar, and we are not looking for a quick buck to with this type of business. They decided to make the Lancero their special size with us. They could go to anybody. They could go with any company to make their own cigar. So when they chose us, we felt honored and grateful for them. And what we did, we called AJ and we said we want to do a Lancero, but the Lancero is going to be a private for a special friends. It's called Luxury Cigar Club, and we want to select the best rappers we have in our batch of rappers of the Havana Oscuro. And for a long time, they sat down and they selected one by one. As you know, to do a Lancero, it has to be minimum 9 inch long leaf,
It takes a lot of work, yeah.
right? And that's what happened. They selected the best rapper from our tobacco for that.
Yeah.
That's I'm a big Lancero fan. I when I started
Oh,
smoking, we've only been smoking about 4 years now when we started the show, and I usually smoke Robustos and Toros, and we met a guy, his name's Mitch, and he introduced me to Lanceros, and I was blown away. So it's quickly become one of my favorite sizes. If I can find one in any cigar, I will absolutely smoke it. And I'll tell you guys a quick story. We were at Fuente Fever last year down in at Lord Puffer's, and the luxury guys were supposed to be there, but they couldn't make it. Only David was able to make it, and we were hanging out with David because we're really close with those guys. And David had just bought a couple of, I think it was Opus X, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna put these in my humidor real quick." And he had a travel case with him. I was like, oh, "Okay, cool."
Know where it's going.
So he opens it up, and I'm gonna grab it real quick. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. He loves to show off because he knows I don't have some of these things he has. So rubs it in my face right now. Camera.
Now this is the one that I got. Oh, you can't see it. Will you open that, Mike?
Yeah.
This is the Lancero that I got from the luxury guys when we ordered their pack, because they had a special of Vivas where you got every size they had.
Such a great deal.
And yeah, I jumped on that as soon as I saw it. So that's the one that they send out with their luxury cigar band on the bottom. Well, what I saw in David's humidor didn't have that. And so I asked him, I said, "David, what is that?"
What's going on
He's
here?
like, "I can't talk about it.
Originals.
I can't talk about it, but I'm gonna let you know what it is." So I saw this about, I want to say 2 or 3 months before you guys talked about it. And he's like, "You know what? I want you to have it." So he gave it to me. He wanted me to smoke it then and there. Wow. But I've held on to it ever since because I just cannot bring myself to smoke. It's basically like a pre-release. So
it is. It's been aging for a long time, though.
Yeah. So I keep it, and I don't think I'm gonna smoke it anytime soon. But yeah, this was a real gift that I was honored to get.
That's great. That's good story, brother. Let me add one thing about the three guys, Chris, Benny, and David. The reason we do business with them, they are so honest, and you cannot think about any other group to do business when you look at them. Three guys, different, but all have the same thing, honesty. And that's what we like about them. And that's why we chose them. And, we thank them every day for their support and for their business.
100. I could not agree more than that.
Yeah.
There's some comments, there are some questions, but I want to say this real quick. When we're talking about luxury, the one thing that comes to mind is always quality. And that's what they brought us. And that's what brought us together too, is that quality. I can tell all the effort that goes into these guys every time I have one. And it blows my mind every time I have any of the sizes, any time of day. Whenever I'm in a bad mood, I can pick myself right back up with the Viva. It helps. It helps make the day just that much better. Yeah. And before I go, I'm going to go into a whole bunch of tangents.
Yeah, I want to get some of these comments. So our good buddy Hack, he's over in Ridgecrest. They have a shop called the Vintage Havana Lounge on Ridgecrest, California. And he's actually doing something really cool for us. If people sign up to become a supporter on Facebook, they pledge that $5 a month. Everybody that signs up in May, he's going to match that, and he's going to send that over to Cigars for Warriors. So we've got a bunch of people that signed up. It's awesome. And so Hack, real quick, thank you for that. But he asked, how did you come up with the artwork?
Yes. So the artwork, we had a lady that she started working with us in our cigar lounges, and she just graduated from college as an artist. But we didn't know that she's a painter or any of this. So one day she came in and she brought a painting of a woman trying to light her cigar, and there is 4 guys jumping to light her cigar, right? And we put it for her, and we fell in love with that painting, and we said, we're gonna sell it for you. Because we always try to support artists, because we know they don't have money and they need a space to show their work. Like our friend De La Vega, he's a street artist in New York that we also try to support and through his art. And what happened is she came in and we gave her to do a mural at the store for the customers, and that's what she did. It's Cigar Inn mural. It's on Google. You can find it. Cigar Inn family mural, and she did like about 400 square feet of painting.
Wow!
And so when this cigar came out, we always talked about like what made us happy when we were kids, and me and him saying, when we go to the amusement park, there is always this jester guy. No matter how sad he is, he always put this happy face.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
He make you happy.
When we were kids, we used to go to those parks with our parents, And then the only thing that makes you happy back then, we looked at those like the jesters,
Yeah.
and it was fun.
He's like doing all this crazy stuff.
And what came to our heads back then when we decided on the thing, we sat and we said, look, let's find, what did we say? Let's find something when we were kids that made us happy, and then
You know, so we came to her and we said, listen, we are doing a cigar called Viva la Vida, and we want you to draw for us a jester. So she did. She did the jester holding a cigar and the bundle, and then we took that art, we brought it to a photo shop designer, that he went over it and he created that image to be more for advertisement, for to fit on
the cigar range
boxes
and
and the
stuff like
cigar
that.
range and all these stuff.
And
So
I
the
gotta
thing
say,
is,
I love the color scheme you guys went with too. I'm a big fan of red. I love the color red. It's one of my favorite colors. And the fact that you guys went with the black and the gold in there, I mean, this thing popped. It stands out. It's beautiful. It really, really is. And
Thank you.
the way it sits on the black boxes too really pops out.
yes.
Well, not we, but because I know he has his own. I only have two boxes, full boxes of cigars that I'm aging. One of them is, of course, my Oliva Serie V that I was gifted about a year ago, a little over a year ago for my birthday, from my buddy Mitch. So I told him I was going to age it. And the other one is a box of Diademas from you guys. And I'm not. The only thing I did was open it to look at it, and I had to close it real quick before I started smoking them. But those are the only two boxes I'm aging right now. And yeah, I gotta say these things are fantastic. And yeah, I love the box. The box is awesome. It's gorgeous. How did you guys decide on how you guys were going to design the box?
Yeah.
Well, the box was a combination of working with the factory in Nicaragua to do the box. We wanted classic shape, and that's why it has this classic motifs on it, even though it's just solid black. And the black, as you said, which is 100%, it pops the whole thing up.
You see, we believe also in simplicity. You look at the box; it's so simple, but yet it's an eye catcher. What you just mentioned, the colors, the schemes, and everything, the black, the background with the red and gold. It's so simple, but yet you could tell it is nice. We love it ourselves.
Another thing, when you love what you do, it transforms to everybody else. If we didn't like the box, if we didn't like the way it came out or the colors, people will sense that. Same thing when you believe in a cigar, and as a salesman, if you truly enjoy it, it's much easier to sell it to any store, to any customer, if you believe in it. If you do not like it, you're just doing it for money, you're not going to do a good job doing that. So, same thing. I mean, we truly love the way it came out, and thank you guys for recognizing what we are doing also as approved by you.
Exactly. We do thank, again, it's always our case. We appreciate everybody who is doing this with us and for us. You guys, Luxury Cigar Club, the clients, everyone who carries our brand are the one who making this brand the way it is today.
Yeah.
And there is no enough words to thank each and every one, especially those guys right now online with us. We can't see them, we can check and see, but from you guys, thank each and every one of them.
So, just
Absolutely.
to add another thing, we because we believe in retail and in brick and mortar, we feel like our job is to do the best cigar we can. So when we blended this cigar with agent, we told him we don't want any aftertaste. We want the cigar to have the same, no bitterness, none whatsoever. Even like when you reach the tip, the end of it, because most of the time, like you smoke a cigar halfway, it collects a lot of tar and nicotine, and it becomes unenjoyable, right? But when the cigar is blended very well, aged very well, all these elements will go away, and then you could enjoy the cigar past the ring band, the ring of the cigar, and that's why you see it like you could smoke it all the way to the knob, and it's still great, delicious, as if you just lit it.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And we have some more comments here. Matt says talking about him is making him want to break open his box of 500 Club. And Robert wants to know where he can grab one of those T-shirts.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? You could go to our Instagram, Artisano del Tabacco Instagram. DM us your mailing address and your size, and hopefully we'll have it and we will ship it to you because you are here with us in a Bakersfield Gentleman Show.
With pleasure, we will do that. With pleasure, yes.
Yeah,
Fantastic. And before I get into Kevin's question, you guys also have the Jester and the 500, the Club 500. Can you tell us about those two?
Yes.
You know, look, we have to say this, and we have to thank AJ for the way he's able to give you 5, 6 different sizes. I'm talking about Viva La Vida here. And each and every one of them from the same field, from the same tobacco, filler, binder, and wrapper. And each and every one will give you a different strength and taste. Because you know what? It's all about the chef who's doing that particular plate for that evening. And I'll tell you, the Jester have a different strength than the 500 Club, than the Torpedo, than the regular line, and the regular Robusto, I meant to say. That shows you not every blender is able to do that. There is some stuff that they are able to do, and because of him, aging it longer, adding a little bit of temperature or humidity. I can't talk about this. And this will play a huge role where the Jester, even though it's the same, it will be much fuller than the Robusto.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it really shows those differences in strength. Yeah, and in the different sizes too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the like for example, like the Jester, we fermented the binder and the wrapper totally different than the core line, and that's why it is a little bit heavier than the other ones because we are trying to see what we miss from the core line, and then you add. You don't want the same flavor, different size. You want different flavor, so it's not boring, right? Same thing with the Club 500. What we did, we fermented the wrapper different.
Exactly.
And we were looking more for a reddish Habano color that we were dying to have. And it reminded us a lot with Cubans in the 80s. It has this nice dark red color. And that's what the Habano, the Club 500 is all about. So it is not as heavy as the Jester.
Like it's a medium type of finish.
But it's creamy. It has nice like vanilla and chocolate to it.
Dark chocolate to it.
That's the perfect answer. That's amazing. Okay. Now Paul's asking a question. Now everybody's going to be different, but for you guys, when you guys see somebody gonna sit down and enjoy, let's say the Toro like I am now, what do you guys see as the perfect pairing for that? Do you guys see them enjoying a meal with that? Do you see them having a certain scotch, maybe a dark rum, silver tequila? What do you guys see them pairing the cigar with?
Let me say something here. Like cigars with heavy finish on the palate. If you love scotches and drinks, you need a lighter drink, so it will balance itself. I like rum. I like that sweetness. I love also I smoke cigars 5 o'clock in the morning and 6 o'clock, and I have espresso with it, even though the Jester is strong, but everyone's palate is different. What I like, it doesn't mean that someone else will like. So it's a personal thing. Everyone is different. I like scotches. When I drink heavy scotch, I like a milder cigar, not like light, but just to feel and taste the difference between the scotch and the thing. To me, this is what works.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
With me, you know, I like it with espresso, with coffee. I like it with, you know, drink of water. But I love cigars when I have nice lunch or dinner, and it works perfect, right? It enhances the flavors. And I realize that if you mix sometimes like dark chocolate, a piece of dark chocolate that has no sugar in it, you wait a little bit, it cleans your palate, and then you begin to test the cigar, and it gives it totally different notes than before, and it helps. The dark chocolate really helps, and even like a bean of
Coffee bean,
espresso,
yeah.
espresso bean that you chew on it. You drink a little bit of water, you smoke. It gives it the flavor becomes more intense.
Yeah, it brings the flavors on your palate, like it makes it more intense, and you'll be able to detect and differentiate between this cigar and the other cigar. Those are things and methods that we use, and they work for us.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, but whiskey, rum, single malt, whatever that works for your palate. Take the take the Viva La Vida line. Not everybody loves the full line. Somebody love the limited edition. Some they love the torpedo. Some they love the robusto. Some they love the jester. Some they hate the jester. Some they love the Club 500.
Yeah.
You know, so you try to make different flavors for different palates.
I myself, I like the torpedo. I start smoking it early in the morning. The torpedo that we came out with, guys, and I don't know if you agree with me, when we came with the torpedo in the industry was a little bit dying breed. And to be honest with you, the first blend, the first shipment that came,
Our biggest seller is the
torpedo was the first one who was gone. A lot of people who smoked it, they said it reminded us of the Monte Cristo number 2 Cuban. And when I heard this, man, I said, yes, I am right. I am right.
I like it. Yeah, and I do love that you get a different experience whenever you switch to the sizes. I don't think a lot of companies think about that sometimes. I think it's the same cigar, different sizes, and that's fine. You know, it's nothing wrong with that. But I love the fact that you have so many more experiences to choose from right here with Viva La Vida. Yeah. And I believe, so we have another comment on there. I wanted to make sure with Kevin, I think, put this in there. After coming out with something so amazing, what comes next? What's going to follow in the footsteps here?
I'm sure you guys get asked that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know if Kevin knows, we are working with AJ on a new blend for a period of a couple of years now. Maybe soon we're gonna have the pre-release of it. It's called El Pulpo, and we're gonna show you guys and show them how it's gonna look on the ashtray.
You know, we spoke about it like with different shows, guys.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh my goodness.
It's called El Pulpo, and these are the colors of it. It's gonna be black and maroon color.
Yeah, the art is unbelievable. And also, guys, the cigar, like the delays that's happening is because what's going on. Everyone knows with the
Coronavirus.
with the pandemic and stuff like that. So there's like some delays, and hopefully this finishes very soon, and then we go and we start again.
Now, you guys have you have our address, so you can wrap that up and send it this way. No problem.
Definitely.
Listen, you guys were the first 500 club. Okay, so same thing with luxury. Luxury will have a small quantity of the pre-release to send them to their 500 club members, and you guys are part of that. So you will be testing it and smoking it and giving us your review on it before it comes to the market.
Exactly.
And this is how we do it, you know. So we're gonna have the 500 club smoking it first, pre-release, and they will tell everybody the flavor, the taste. They enjoyed it, they hated it, whatever, right? And they give their true, honest opinion between you and your friends and clients without us being there
putting pressure on you or whatever. So it's because.
So then from there, we collect all the datas, and then we start to see how many, like the percentage of the people who liked it versus the people who did not. And we start to see what is the thing that we need to do to fix it so it will fit everyone's palate. Not 100%, there is no 100%, but if we could do up to 80%, that would be great.
There's 100% right here. I mean, again, from all my cross section of polling, I have yet to find someone that didn't like this. I did have one guy say, "Oh, I might have to try that again. Do you have any more?" So I think he was just trying to get an extra one. That's what it was.
That's what it is. That's what it is. We love him. We love him.
He's trying. He's trying. So again, we care so much about everybody who believe in us, believe in Viva La Vida and AJ. And we always try to share what we are doing with you guys, because whatever I like, whatever he likes, whatever AJ likes, it's not as important as you guys like. Yeah, this is our belief in cigar business.
Yeah, and it's we simplify the whole thing since day one when we were in retail, and we used to tell our staff and ourselves, and this is our policy: if the client who comes here is not happy, it's my loss. We have to make sure everyone who walk into those places, through that door, has to have an experience, and we have to be honest with them. Yeah. And that's exactly how we do it here. We need everyone to believe in what we have. As I said, it's a simple thing that we did from the beginning, and we're keeping it that way.
You try not to cut corners in anything, in blends, in tobacco, in design. People see that. People appreciate that.
Same thing that we are doing from the time this pandemic coronavirus started. Our attention is to help all the cigar shops and to bring the attention to the clients.
Exactly.
Telling them that those stores are hurting so much in California, in New York, in Vegas,
everywhere.
In all the United States.
Everywhere,
right?
everywhere.
You got taxes, you got people, you need to pay salaries, and those places are shut down. So we are doing live Instagram, bringing stores to show them and ask them how they need our support, what do they need from their clients, right? And guess what? Those stores coming back to us saying it's working, people are calling, people are ordering from them. Yeah. Even 2-3 cigars helps. If people from New York call Cigars and More and ask them for 2-3 cigars, trust me, he's gonna be 100% in business now and in the future, right?
Exactly.
So it is so important.
That's very important to remember. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there hurting right now, and that's a great way to look at it. We're a community. We got to stick together. We got to keep everyone afloat, and I really do appreciate you guys bringing that up, because it's really important now more than ever.
Thank you.
This is the message that we have. So we've been doing since we started.
Together.
Exactly. Our message is we do it together, and together we will come out of this very strong. And I want everyone, please, everyone who's listening, who's been on those shows, try to go and help those shops. And it doesn't matter where the shop is, what state, everywhere. They need us today more than any time, because not only we have a problem with the pandemic, we've been hit by taxes, laws, and we are suffering. So if we don't stick together, it's a very small community. This industry is so small. If we don't stand together strong, we will be shoved to the side, and there will be no lounge, there will be no cigar store, there will be no place that we all love and we adore. So please get the help.
Absolutely agree. And in places like New York, California, Utah, where we have some of the highest tobacco taxes in the nation, I think it goes a long way to show that even though we have these high taxes, there's still people coming in to Cigars and More, whether it's here, Cigars and More 2, Cigars More Segundo, still paying for cigars, So it goes to show that, even if you raise the taxes, we still love these things so much. We're going to buy these things because when they're this good, you don't mind.
And you know something? the store is giving you service, is giving you a place where you hang out and have friends, right? Your friends becomes a bigger circle, and without them, where are you gonna smoke your cigar? In the backyard or in the street or in your car? You can't smoke home, right? You have family, you have kids, so
Yeah.
it's so important to support them. And I know it is working because customers and cigar lounges, they are sending us messages. It is working. People are calling us. People are trying to order from us. And guess what? We are not surprised. This is the best country in the world. People here in the United States, we help anybody everywhere
In need.
in need, right? So they jumped in on this from day one, and they are doing a great job. And this is
That is correct.
yeah.
Yes, like if we're talking about the citizens of this country, this is one of the greatest nations on this planet. Forget about anybody else. The people of this country, the citizens, they are so passionate about anything. Anything you ask them to do, they will like gush their hearts and their soul to help their neighbors. You don't see this everywhere. So, guys, be proud that you belong to this country and support your brothers and sisters in need. This is the time we need to do that. We have to do it, all of us.
I mean, look at
Absolutely.
TV, right? Every TV, there is commercials that restaurants and bars that they need help, and they need everybody to go and help. And yet, you can't find any commercials regarding cigar shops. We have to do it, okay? Because maybe it is politically incorrect on TV, right? But we have to do it, and we started. Everybody's doing it, and it is so important to help them because I miss them. We miss them going and seeing the clients and smoking with them,
The
and
friends.
bullshitting and having fun, right? We miss that. And we know it is so important to keep them in business.
You know what? Again, let me add this as well. Nothing, no one is helping us, but I know, and I'm proud, and I'm sure, positive that the people of this industry, they will stand and they will come out of this very, very strong. And any kind of help is good.
They are
But
doing it, man. They are going and shopping. There is people, man, clients, they are DMing me the receipts. One guy in New York, he's buying from Texas, he's buying from California.
Yeah.
California is more expensive than
Then New
here,
York.
right? So he's doing that. People in Jersey, so which is great, man. And it come to show you, something. We are family, and we are in this together. We will come out of it much stronger. And we look at it from a positive point of view. It forced us to do live shows that we never done before, and we are creating a bigger family and friends also.
Yeah, and I'm really glad we're able to do this, even though we're across the country right now. That we're able to connect like this, just because of the internet. It's been a huge help, and I miss you guys. I'm really sad that we're not going to see at PCA this year because it's been canceled. But at least we have this, at least, and the community is not gone. It's still there. It's just online right now.
Now,
Hopefully,
like Miguel said, PCA has been canceled this year, and that's where we got to hang out last year. Do you guys think you'll be at TPE if that goes on?
Yes, we will. We will be 100%.
Definitely.
And also, hopefully, we will have maybe some events in California, like in Cigars and More, Lord Puffer, and we will see you there too, 100%. Yeah.
Fantastic. So
Make sure to tell us whatever lounge you go to, even if it's not in Bakersfield, even if it's not Lord Puffers. You tell us, we'll be there.
mhm.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure, man. Pleasure.
So we got about 10 minutes left on the show. What else can you guys tell us about the transition between retail and deciding, hey, you know what, I want to make a cigar? I mean, was that always a plan for you guys? You guys wanted to have your own cigar, or was it just timing? I mean, what was it like?
Look, the retail is a different animal than the wholesale and distributing and also manufacturing. It's totally different. Now, we did retail for the longest. So we know exactly. We learned, yes, we learned like over those years. Every day was a lesson. What's needed from the flavors point of view, the clients, each and every one, the one who's been smoking forever and the one who's just came. So we start collecting all those information and data, and we taught ourselves through those people. Now, granted, well, we were like at the retail part of it. We had our like house blend, and it was a great house blend. It was called the Cigar Inn, and it was a huge hit. So we knew exactly when you own a brand that represents you, what you stand for, and your emblem and your business, you know that it has to be one of the best. And then this is exactly how we came up with the idea, going with the Fernandez.
Exactly, and it was to us a great partnership to do this blend and cigar with AJ. Uh, I mean, look, nothing happened like you wake up and you say, "Oh, tomorrow I'm gonna make a cigar." As you see, it took us years to come to this point and to enjoy a Viva la Vida. And it's because of the relationship, it's because of the friendship that you create on the way. And also, you learn that every 5 years, people palate changes, right?
Yes.
In the 90s, it was Padron that was the flavor to be, right? Then in 2000s, it became La Flor Dominicana. Then it became Rocky Patel. So those stuff changes with time because people palate change. If you smoke maybe a blend of, we're not gonna name a name, that came out in the 90s and you smoke it now, you're not gonna enjoy it. It's like it give you reminisce about those times, but it's not a cigar you will go take money from your pocket and buy it right now because people palate change.
We change, yeah.
And you need to keep up doing that. Same thing like when we do El Pulpo, will be different. It will be different blend, different everything, and putting in our mind is what the client is looking for right now at this moment, you know. And
Yeah, exactly. So that was the first question you asked about the retail versus the stuff that we're doing now. So I gave you about the retail and how you end up dealing with clients one on one. What we're doing now, we learned a great deal from that part, and then we start adding it to what we're doing today. Now we travel, and we visit those accounts, we meet with the owners of the businesses, and we know exactly the feel. You walk inside because you come from this. You know exactly what's missing. You know exactly what's needed. You know exactly how great this place is. And then you feel that those guys are like really, they like pulling their guts and their hearts into the business. And it reminded us of what we used to do. And then this is the difference between being married to the store 24/7, because those guys are the hardest working people ever. They have to please the clients, they have to make sure that everything is done properly. And it's a very expensive business to take care of taxes. And you guys know exactly what else all over the overheads. And then that's one part. So now what we're doing, as I said,
but
we travel.
when we go to those stores, now we're learning from the owners,
Yeah,
from those lounges, of the flavors that they're looking for, what's missing from the market, right? And as you saw before this pandemic happened, we were traveling all over, meeting new store owners, visiting old shops, and learning from them
learning the
what
process.
what is missing from the market so we could apply it on our new projects. And that's how we think we are doing the right job,
We hope,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know.
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And Matt is asking in the comments what he has to do to get a box signed by you guys and by AJ.
That's
From our end is doable. We have
we will we could we could do that. No problem. We will have AJ sign his box, and then we will sign it.
So once that happens, though, Matt, I'm gonna have to take that box. Though it's gonna be mine. So that's the only problem there.
But we have just a couple minutes left, so we're gonna let you guys go, and we're gonna wrap up the show. But we want to thank you guys so much for taking time to be on.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful, man. Guys, thank you so much for having us. It's a pleasure. It's an honor to see you again. Thank you so much, and please be safe. And thank everyone who's on the show with us.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Miguel and Frankie, for having us on your show. Thanks for everybody who came in and listened to our stories. Hope you enjoyed it as we did. And please stay safe. And
we hope to see him again.
Yeah, on the lounges and smoke together. All right, guys.
Absolutely.
Viva la vida, viva la vida, guys.
For everybody that did not see our post towards the end of the year, we actually gave Viva La Vida our #1 cigar of 2019. So you guys get out there, pick one up, try it out. You guys will not be disappointed.
100%.
Thank you for recognizing Viva La Vida and reviewing it for us. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Of course.
Cannot wait to see you guys again. You guys have a great day, okay?
You too.
See you guys.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, guys. So that was a lot of fun for us. You know, we're big fans of Viva La Vida, as you guys know. Matt, they said they're going to work on that for you. I apologize about the audio on their end, but he did say he's going to work on that for you. So we'll get in contact with Billy and see what we can do for that.
100%.
I don't think anybody watching has not yet smoked Viva La Vida. So you guys know how fantastic they are. And that new one they're coming out with, El Pulpo. I cannot wait to give that a try.
Oh, that artwork. I want that ashtray so bad. Oh, I don't know how to. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I'm very excited. If you guys haven't signed up for luxury already, you're gonna have to now.
Yeah.
So, it's gonna be a necessity.
And you guys can use that code BKGents, free shipping off your first box. So if you're on the fence about it, that should help out a little bit right there, you guys. Other than that, as Jeff said, don't forget, you guys, if you haven't already done so, sign up for Cigar Rights of America, cigarrights.org. That helps out with the fight against the FDA and all the horrible taxes and regulations they're trying to put onto cigars.
Ridiculous.
So, sometimes I need to find some of those Viva La Vidas. I haven't seen them around. You know, especially at shops in California, they're hard to find. I think that Cigars and More is one of the few shops in California that actually carry them. But you could always ask your local shop to get a hold of their AJ Fernandez rep, since they are the distributors for it, and to bring them in. That'd be your best way to do it. If you can't do it that way, you guys can always call Cigars and More. They all have them. They just have different sizes. I know that Cigars and More has the Toro. Cigars and More 2 has the Torpedo. And I believe that Cigars and More El Segundo might have the Robusto. But you'll have to call the shop and find out which is where.
Just make sure.
But they can get you them if you need them, Tom. So you could always call the shop and they'll hook you up.
Oh, yeah. And hopefully soon, I'm not sure when, but they'll get the Lancero, and I hope. Luxury was kind enough to kind of, hey, let's see if we can help people out and get that out there a bit. So I really hope so. I really hope that happens. Yeah, Jim, absolutely right. Cigar Outlet in Vegas got them. Highland Cigars of Scottsdale, excuse me, has them and they'll ship. I love Highland Cigars.
Yeah, Highland Cigars is cool. Even though the guy made fun of us, I'm gonna let it slide.
Some other dude in there.
Yeah, not the owner. The owner is super cool. You know,
Some other guy.
He was actually on the show with us for a little while. But yeah, we walked in and this guy with brightly pink colored toes, painted toes, made fun of us for being from California. We're like, okay.
Well, at least I don't got highlight toenails.
Whatever. Yeah. But Highland is awesome.
I love those guys.
You know, they're cool guys over there. So yeah, lots of options to pick some up if you haven't done so already.
Ooh, I don't remember the name, but they have their own coffee too. Gosh, I wish I knew the name right now off the top of my head. But I would try their coffee too. If you guys get a chance, try it out. It's excellent stuff.
Yeah, with that being said, guys, we are at our hour. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget the great thing Hack is doing for us, you guys. If you haven't done so already, sign up to become a Facebook supporter, $4.99 a month. And he is going to match that dollar for dollar for everybody that signs up in the month of May. We've got a few days left. It goes till Sunday. So if you haven't done so already, please take advantage of that and sign up. Not only going to help out the show, you're going to help out Cigars for Warriors. And they need your help now more than ever with everything, you know, just starting to open up again. They're slowly starting to get in more donations, but they can always use that extra bit of help, and this is a great way to do it. So thank you to Hack and Vintage Havana Lounge for that.
All right. Other than that, guys, you have a great one. We'll see you tomorrow morning, and then we'll be back this Saturday for the giveaway show, last show of the month. So, or the last Saturday show, of the month. So you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in. And then if you would like to listen to this too, it'll be on any podcast outlet that you use. So be sure to check that out too. You guys have a good one, and we'll see you soon.
Have a good one, guys. Don't forget, California Hillbilly